At this time, I would like to invite Savannah Parrott to join me up here on the stage. Savannah is our student body president, and she will be attending Rice University in Houston, Texas, where she will be on the cheerleading squad and plans to study economics and to pursue a career as an attorney. She has demonstrated strong leadership skills as she has served as a student council representative for 4 years and as the student body president this year. She's also been the captain of the Niwot cheer team and a board member of the Boulder Community Foundation. Please help me welcome Savannah to the stage.
Okay, hi. So during the college application process, many students have a moment where they think that nothing is going to work out. I know I did. I was terrified that I would have to attend a school I didn't love. I applied to Rice University with the expectation of getting a very formal letter that started off with, "We regret to inform you," and then would share a few lines about how this year was one of the most competitive application pools in our history. And that this letter should not determine your self-worth. Somehow, no matter what the letter tells you, that rejection still stings. When I instead received a letter of acceptance, I was in a taxi headed to a hotel during spring break. By the way, why do most college acceptance decisions come out primarily during spring break? That is a really easy way to ruin a fun trip, just for the future reference. I remember thinking to myself, you aren't going to get in and everything will be okay, on repeat in my head for the 10 minutes leading up to getting the email. I clicked on the link and started screaming when I read, "Congratulations. On behalf of the admissions committee, it is my pleasure to offer you admission to the Rice University class of 2023. While I was one of the lucky ones who felt like they were on top of the world, this often isn't always the case. Even if you did not get your moment, whoop, that's my car. Cool. I'll hold it down. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Even if you did not get your moment of screaming in a taxi, you can still end up where you want to be, and deserve to be. One of my good friends had a dream of moving to New York City and attending New York University. She aimed high with where she was applying and told everyone that she felt destined to attend NYU, but ultimately she was rejected, and her best option was to go to a college in state. Not again. Initially, this was devastating, but even with how sad she felt, she chose to make the best of what life threw at her. She has worked for the past 2 years applying for every opportunity possible, enrolling in every program that would differentiate her, and volunteering for any opportunity that would provide a connection. This upcoming Monday, she's moving to New York City for an internship doing what she loves. She is a shining star on her college campus and is a leader in ways that she was not when she was at Niwot. She's the first person who comes to mind when I think of not letting the world determine where you end up, but rather grabbing it by the horns and getting to where you want to be through hard work. Don't limit yourself and don't allow life to limit you. You are special and your equivalent of New York City is waiting for you. If you did get into the school of your dreams or are following your heart, congratulations. Now what are you going to do to make the most of this opportunity? I will be heading to a university I could only dream about 2 months ago, and I'm still the same loud and proud cheerleader and member of Niwot High School class of 2019. I'm honored to share this special day with you and thankful for our years together, and excited to see what each of you will accomplish as we follow our limitless dreams. Congratulations, class of 2019.
This time, I would like to invite Alan Yu to join me up on stage. Alan is our IB valedictorian. He will be attending the University of Colorado and plans to study computer science and math. His mathematical mastermind has been demonstrated in his volunteering at Altona Middle School, the creation of Mouth Counts Club, as well as teaching at a local Chinese school, not to mention his perfect scores on the math section of the SAT, ACT, and his SAT math and physics subject test. Alan is also a self-disciplined, dedicated, and accomplished pianist. He performed at Breckenridge's Music Festival with the Breckenridge Orchestra. He has far exceeded our math program at NHS and completed college-level coursework during his entire tenure here at Niwot High School. He enjoyed participating in Math Club, Science Bowl, and Ping Pong Club at Niwot. Alan, take it away.
Hello. I would first like to thank our parents, teachers, counselors, and faculty for making it possible for us to be here today. I would like to especially thank my parents for their unconditional support, and my sister for teaching me how to be patient. And of course, I would like to thank all of you, now graduates, for establishing our safe and friendly community. Here at Nawat, our classmates became our friends and not our competition, except for Cahoots. Together, we took on our classes, essays, projects, and exams. I remember once receiving an email from our counselors that was looking for a peer tutor for 5th block. I replied shortly after their email was sent, and I learned that several of you had responded before me. It is this willingness and eagerness to help that is truly valuable here. After today, we leave behind this environment that we have grown accustomed to. However, we take with us what we have learned here. This includes the knowledge obtained in our classes, how to communicate with others, how to manage our time and deal with stress, and of course, what it really means to finish homework last minute. Although we may never use many of the things we learned in our classes, they have all contributed to our advancements. We have each grown tremendously in many ways, from being more responsible to becoming more confident. Too bad my height isn't among those. We also bring with us the memories we created here. From our individual experiences to the moments we shared, these will always remain an integral part of who we each are. Today, we say our goodbyes and pull these memories closer to our heart. However, if we each take a look around us, there are just as many opportunities for hello. We continue to meet new people as we bid farewell to others. And so graduates, as we head off for our somewhat separate ways, continue to bring positive energy into other lives, but always remember this place and the amazing time we had here together. Once again, congratulations everyone. Goodbye and good luck. Thank you.
I would like next to invite Mary Yao to come up and join me on stage. Mary is our traditional valedictorian. She will be attending the University of Pennsylvania on a full tuition Navy ROTC scholarship and intends to study economics. She has been extensively involved in her church as a worship team leader, camp counselor, and vacation Bible school teacher. She has been a member of the National Honor Society, Link Crew, swimming, softball, Civil Air Patrol, and Girls State. Mary has further demonstrated leadership in FCCLA, Asian Culture Club, and Science Bowl at NHS, as well as the USMA Summer Leadership and U.S. Naval Academy Summer Seminar. So, Mary, good luck. We're proud of you.
Good morning, faculty, teachers, parents, friends. It is a great honor to be standing before you today, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity. 1,374 days ago, each of us embarked on an overwhelming and confusing journey commonly referred to as high school. Walking into Niwot High for the very first time, graduation was far from our minds and seemed to be a lifetime away. Our biggest concerns at the time were how we'd remember our locker combinations, face puberty, and the Kylie Jenner lip challenge was blowing up. It's a good thing we've moved on to eating Tide Pods and making TikToks. Woo, yeah, ooh. The next 4 years will be absolutely insane, and I'd love to share with you all some of the things I've learned. Going into high school, I thought that'd be simple and completely predictable. Math has always made the most sense to me, so I'll explain my original thought process through a few mathematical expressions. My expectation of high school looked something like this. The quantity of iCarly plus Lemonade Mouth divided by Disney Channel's classic drama film, High School Musical, equaled the perfect high school experience. However, I came to realize that a more representative expression was, in fact, summer homework multiplied by no sleep to the power of I think I have senioritis as a freshman equals I can't believe I have 4 years of this. But looking past all the stress and lack of sleep, high school has also brought with it many unforgettable memories and friends. Shout out to my squad, I love you guys. Woo! Sophomore year was a memorable one, and I'll never forget when Ben B shaved off both of his eyebrows in Palmerica's pre-IB English class. Not to mention that mysterious fire drill caused by Eric Heising, a bag of carrots, and a microwave. Woo! And to top things off, we even lived to see Niwot win their first homecoming game since the dawn of time. Then, at the 5-yard line, senior year came and hit me like a truck. Junior year, I really believed I had early onset senioritis. Little did I know, it's called senioritis for a reason. Although I had procrastinated for the past 3 years, this was at a whole different level. From submitting my college application at exactly 11:59, the day it was due, to grinding out throughout the day and night in order to finish this graduation speech. If you count day as the morning of, I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, for the heart attacks. Regardless, if senior year has taught me anything, it's that you have to do what is hard and not what is easy. It's easy to hang out with your friends instead of choosing to work on that essay. Instead of studying early for a difficult exam you have coming up, it's easy to leave it to the night before or just wing it in the end. Unfortunately, life is hard and you have to choose to push yourself. In other words, the grind never stops. However, the fact that we are all standing here today is a testament to the class of 2019's perseverance, commitment to doing what is hard, and tenacity. I would like to thank Niwot faculty and the teachers who are not only exceptional leaders and educators, but had to deal with my yelling in the classroom all year. With all seriousness, I know that you all have left a remarkable imprint on our lives and have taught us countless lessons on not only math or English or science, but life itself. You wake up early in the morning and stay up late for us. The class of 2019 sincerely thanks you. I'd also like to thank our high school counselors, and especially Mrs. Brown, for working so hard to make sure that their students have every opportunity to pursue their interests. Mrs. Brown is so supportive throughout the entire college application process and really goes the extra mile for each and every one of her students. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents and sister who have supported and motivated me through everything. Thank you, Shen, for not only being my best friend, but the older sibling that was valedictorian in your high school class before me, so I would be pushed and motivated to follow in your steps. If any of you have an older sibling as incredible and accomplished as mine, you know that you need to step it up too, or you're screwed. Thank you, Dad, for letting me drive your car after I crashed mine. And thank you, Mom, for waking up so early in the morning every single day to make me breakfast and pack me lunch. I could barely wake up in the morning for my own classes and was legally obligated to, so I can't even imagine what the past 4 years were like. I love you guys so much. All that being said, I know that the class of 2019 is one of the most outstanding classes that Niwot High School will ever have. Not only is everyone here extremely talented, but driven and passionate about what they do. We faced and conquered puberty, the natural selection of the Tide Pod Challenge, and have come such a long way from that first day 1,374 days ago. This is not just the end of our journey, but the start of a new one in each of our lives. Every great leader who has changed the world once graduated high school, just like us today. As a wise and inspirational man named Kanye West in his song Swagga Like Us once said, you can pay for school, but you can't buy class. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what college you go to or what letter grades you receive, but how you'll be remembered by others. What matters is the kind of person you are, how you serve others, and how you make the day of those around you a little better than it was before you came across them. And finally, what we've all been waiting to hear, congratulations to Niwot's class of 2019. Thank you.
That was great, Mary. Good job. And then lastly, I would like to invite our distinguished educator to join me up here at the microphone. Casey Longo is a teacher at Niwot High School, and what I would say about Casey is she is a true difference maker in the lives of her students. So please help me to welcome Casey Longo.
Thank you. Sorry, the wind is a little awkward. When I was selected as Educator of the Year and I was told I would be giving this graduation speech, I was like, yes, I love this. This is so totally my thing. 2 weeks and 12 drafts later, it's Thursday night, and I'm sitting in bed with a blank piece of paper on my lap. I am near tears and in a quiet panic when my 9-year-old daughter comes in, and she says, "Hey Mom, are you working on your speech?" I said, "Yes, I'm trying." And she says, "Do you want my help?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bring it. I need all the help I can get." So she looks at the paper and she says, "Write lessons" at the top and underline it and start a list. And she goes to brush her teeth and put on her pajamas, and she comes back 15 minutes later and she looks at the page and it's blank. I've written 0 words. And she says, "Mom, if you haven't learned any lessons, then there's no point to your life. And you can't give a speech." This is true. That is some hard truth right there, and I will be honest, it upped my anxiety a few notches. And then I realized I was having such a hard time because there are so many people here sitting in front of me that I care about so much. And I had so much I wanted to tell you, I couldn't possibly fit it into 5 minutes. So I narrowed it down to 3 things, and I'm going to try. But I need water, hang on. All right. Number 1, piece of advice, follow your gut. There is a place inside of you that always knows the answer to anything you are struggling with. Whether it's to end or begin a relationship, leave a job, speak a hard truth, you have to be quiet enough and brave enough to listen. I have a story about this. I grew up in New York, and I spent the majority of my high school years planning my escape. When the time came for me to apply to college, I applied to one school, CU Boulder. I got in, and I was done. My family didn't have the money for me to go on college visits. I had never been to Colorado. I knew no one in Colorado. But I knew 2 things. It was sunny, and it was pretty darn far from New York. And so I went, sight unseen, with no backup plan, and I have been here happily ever since. Now, maybe I got lucky, but I don't think so. Some part of me, deep down, knew what to do, and against all sane and rational advice, I went. So in all situations, you know what the right thing is for you. It may not be what others want for you. It may not make sense to anybody else, and it might be scary. But at every point in your life, you have the answer. So listen. All right, number 2. Know that you are strong. There's a phrase I use in my classroom quite a bit. Life is hard, and then you die. Oh my God. I know it seems super dark, but it is true. Life is hard, and our time here is precious. I know some of you sitting here have already endured very hard things, and I guarantee it will happen again. These are the things that will make you into who you are. And I don't know if you know this, but when you lift weights, you're actually tearing your muscles, little tiny tears. And it's when the muscle knits itself back together that it becomes strong. I have one more story. When I was 22, my whole family packed up, left New York, and moved to Colorado, just in time for my graduation from CU. A week after graduation, my father and 17-year-old brother died in a plane crash. In the morning, we were a family of 4, and by the afternoon, me and my mom were a family of 2. It is not an exaggeration to say that it broke me. I was quite literally shattered. At the funeral, a woman I didn't know came up to me and said, "I know this is hard, but your grief will bring you so many gifts." And I was like, "Lady, you better back up right now because I've got a gift for you." It was much, much too soon for me to understand what she was saying. And it wasn't until years later when I put myself back together that what she was saying became clear. Surviving that loss had changed me profoundly. It made me stronger, more thoughtful, more open, and it gave me a profound and lasting appreciation for life. It transformed and deepened me. So remember, you are strong. You're stronger than you think. And how you emerge from the hard things will shape who you are. I'm almost done, sorry. Okay, the last piece of advice I have for you graduates is to own your life. This is it. This is the day you step forward into your life. On this day, your life becomes your own. It belongs solely to you. And know that you will own all of the consequences of your actions, all of the joy, all of the sorrow, and all of the consequences of the choices you do not make. You're looking a little freaked out, and that's okay. You should be freaked out. It's kind of a big deal creating your own life. And I advise that you make a life you can live with 7 days a week. Do not create a life that forces you to live for Saturdays and Sundays, where you spend 5 days in tedium or dread, only to find relief in the weekends. Create a life that you can show up for every day. This is my last story. When I was 28, I was married. I was living on the island of St. Croix, and I was teaching at an international school. It sounds idyllic and great, right? Wrong. It was a nightmare. My husband and I were a poor match. The island was crime-ridden and very, very hot, and my job was really and truly awful. I was back in Colorado for a visit. I was at a party, and all of a sudden it struck me like lightning and everything became clear. I was married to the wrong person. I was living in the wrong place, and I had the wrong job. I had created the absolute 100% wrong life for myself. I was due to go back to St. Croix the next day, and I spent the night in a kind of anxious panic. I will never forget flying back the next morning, the island coming into view below me from the window of the tiny plane and thinking, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Before the plane even touched down, I thought, I gotta get out of here. And so I did. I quit my job, I packed my things, had a hard talk with the man I was married to, and I left. I had no job, no money, and nowhere to live. And it was the best decision I ever made. So I repeat, own your life. And if you find yourself in the wrong place, or with the wrong person, or in the wrong job, or believing the wrong things, if you are on the wrong path, own it and change it, because the only person that has to live your life is you. I would like to end by saying that I would not be here on this stage without my students. Where are y'all? Y'all look the same. Okay. We've been together for 3 years. I have never had a group of students that I have known so deeply and so well. I have never had a class lodge themselves so permanently and completely in my heart. I've seen you every day for the past 3 years, and I know what it took for each of you to be here today, and I'm so, so proud of you. I love you all with my whole heart. And when you leave here today, know that you all will be taking pieces of my heart with you. And while I know that I've had an impact on you, I want you to know that your impact on me, I want you to know that your impact on me has been just as great, more than you could ever know. Because of you, I am a better person. I am more compassionate, more patient, more kind, more aware than I was before I met you. You've shown me what I am supposed to be doing in this world. You've lit my path, and it's a gift I am forever grateful for. Stop crying. So class of 2019, know that you are strong and you are brave. Have courage, follow your gut, and go out there and create your own life. Thank you.
That was wonderful, Mrs. Longo. Thank you for sharing your experiences with us. At this time, I'm going to ask Mrs. Karen Ragland to come up and join us. She's our representative from the Board of Education. When she is done speaking, we will take about a 5-minute break to rearrange the stage before we begin passing out our diplomas. Mrs. Ragland, please join me.
Good morning. It's a special honor to be here on this milestone as the Board of Education Director that represents Niwot High School and Tasha's mom. Thank you to our community of family and friends, neighbors, and partners that make our mission possible to educate each student in a safe learning environment so they may develop to their highest potential and become contributing citizens. Your support of these students is evident and abundant. Thank you for your taxes and your trust. You've made our schools strong, allowing for expansive innovation and education. You've given Colorado a very clear picture of what investment in our future looks like. I want to recognize the teachers, staff, and administration at Niwot for your devotion to these students and the dedication to your work. Our students are here today because of you, your leadership, encouragement, patience, and inspiration. And finally, seniors, I've known many of you and your families since elementary and middle school. Thank you for working so hard since preschool to get here today. We are so proud of you. I've heard a lot of stories about you, and I've loved watching you grow up over all these years in school. And while each of you have had your own unique experiences, you share historical events and technological advancements that have changed and shaped your generation. I hope you take better care of each other and better care of the environment. I hope your education here is just the beginning of a lifetime of learning. Be comfortable with your beliefs, figure out what you have to offer this world, and give it away generously. Be kind, curious, adventurous, work hard, and have fun. I could go on and on, but you've gotten great advice from everybody here, and we've got to get out of Niwot High School today. I hereby declare that these seniors of Niwot High School have met the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the St. Vrain Valley School District Board of Education. I present to you and congratulate this outstanding class of 2019, and we are now ready for the presentation of diplomas.